everyone, thanks for Learn to Play Games. My name is Lance, and in today's video I'm going to be playing through the second scenario in Metal Gear Solid the board game. This is a new game by CMON Games. It is a 1 to 4 player game that takes roughly 1 to 2 hours to play, and is a fully cooperative game where all the players are working together to accomplish whichever goals for the scenario they've chosen to play. So in this one, I'm going to be playing through the second scenario. So this scenario is going to introduce some additional features beyond the first one. And if you haven't checked out that video, I also have a link up in the top corner to the original or scenario 1 playthrough if you want to see how that works. So these first few scenarios, each one of them is going to be layered and is slowly trying to teach you the game. So they're going to add new features and more complex features to get you to the point where you're playing the entire or full game in the way it's intended. So in this second scenario, it's going to introduce focus tokens. So each player is going to have a set of 4 focus tokens that you can use during your turn or enemy turns, depending upon what type of token it is, which will allow you to do different things, such as reducing or increasing the value of a die, or being able to re-roll a die, or all kinds of other features, depending upon which character you're playing as well, as each character has their own unique focus tokens. Other than that, this scenario is also going to introduce cameras. So cameras are going to be constantly scanning the areas that they're going to be watching, trying to catch any intruders. So I have to be mindful of those as well and slowly work my way through some of that. And each one of the guard cards is going to potentially have the camera alternate as the cameras are kind of scanning the different areas, and so are going to have a green side and an orange side, as you're going to see in the scenario. So as always, if you find my videos helpful, if you like what I do, please consider that like button and subscribe to my channel. It's one of the easiest ways to support channels like mine so we continue to grow and be able to produce this content. If you want to get notified anytime I drop new videos, as I'm constantly dropping new playthroughs, teaching videos, crowdfunding videos, and many others, hit that notification bell, and that'll let you know whenever I drop new stuff. Before getting into this one, I do also want to point out that if you were interested in checking out the first scenario, I do have a link up in the top corner to that playthrough video where I played through the very first scenario, and it was a nail biter. I barely made it through, but I was able to pull it off. And so with that, also let me know in the comments down below if you'd like to see anything else around this, whether it's a full teaching video for Metal Gear Solid, as there are some sticky rules with this one that seem to be debated on Board Game Geek and all of that. So there are some difficulties with this one. So let me know if that's something that you would like to see, or if you'd like to see other playthroughs or other scenarios that are covered in this, VR missions or whatnot. I love hearing from you and starting a conversation below. I do also want to point out for those longtime viewers that are with me, you'll notice that the background looks a little bit different. So I did just complete a move, and so this is just a temporary kind of setup that I had to put together, so some of the lighting isn't adjusted yet and all that kind of stuff. So things might look a little weird, and this is just temporary while I'm working on getting the full-fledged studio up that will hopefully look a lot better than this. But with that out of the way, let's go ahead and head to the table, and we'll see how this one plays. All right, so getting into the second mission, again, I'm going to go ahead and set up my guard deck. So with this one, I'll have my 7 red bordered guard cards. So we'll see how that goes. And then with this one, I'm going to be using 13 of the teal bordered guard cards. All right. From there, let's go ahead and jump into this scenario. So with the second scenario, just like the first one, you have a little bit of backstory that's going on with this one. It's Snake. I'm in front of the disposal facility. Excellent, Snake. Age has not slowed you down one bit. How's the sneaking suit working out? It's nice and dry, but it's a little hard to move. You'll have to bear with it. It was designed to prevent hypothermia. This is Alaska, you know. Take it easy. I'm grateful. If it wasn't for your suit and your shot, I wouldn't have turned into a popsicle out there. By the way, how's the diversionary operation going? 2 fire jets just took off from Galena and are headed your way. The terrorist radar should have already picked them up. And on the other side, the gunship colonel, what's a Russian gunship doing here? I don't know, but it looks like our little diversion got their attention. Now it's your best chance to sneak in unnoticed. You'll have to be crazy to fly a helicopter in this kind of weather. Who's that? Oh, sorry, I haven't introduced the 2 of you yet. All right, so with this particular scenario, this one's going to introduce a couple of new features. So first off, I'm going to have access to my focus tokens, which there are 4 different focus tokens, which I'll uncover those at the moment here. And these I can use at any time during my turn or the enemy's turn, depending upon which tokens they are and what my needs are. I also am going to have some cameras in this scenario. So there are 3 different cameras monitoring the different hallways and room. With these 2 cameras, based on the color, it's going to determine which column or row that those cameras can see down. With this camera here, it is going to cover the majority of the room. So objective B is always under surveillance. So if I want to get objective B, I am going to have to step in front of that camera and alert the enemy to where I'm at that point. So it's going to be a cat and mouse game at that point if I choose to go after objective B, which I really do want to. It is going to help me out. So I might try a little bit of a diversionary thing where I'm going to try to maybe draw some of the guards away in this area and then make my way over there and then hopefully make my way over to objective A before getting out of here. But a lot of this mission is going to come down to some luck, so I'll see how that goes. So with that, again, objective B is optional. I don't have to get it. Objective A is the one that I have to have, and then I need to make it to one of the 2 exit points in order to complete this mission. And then there's some rewards for this one as well. So we'll see how I am going to do with this. So a couple things to keep in mind before getting into this one. I know that there has been some discussion on the movement and all that in the game, so I'll do my best with that. It is very tricky with the way that everything is written out, but I think I have a pretty good feel for it. Let me know in the comments down below if you notice if I do anything wrong, as I always love hearing from you and learning about these games as well, and doing the best I can to present them as properly as I can. So let's go ahead and jump into it, and it is going to be Solid Snake's turn to start us off. So I have my 4 tokens, my action tokens that I can use to spend to do different things. So I'm going to go ahead and start off by doing a dash action. Lets me move 2 spaces. And I think I'm going to go ahead and try a knock and see if I can start drawing some attention. And then I will go ahead and do another dash and a sneak. All right, that was my 4 actions. So at this point, I am going to go ahead and roll 2 dice for the 2 dashes that I did to determine if the guards are going to have an idea of where I'm at versus where my attention token is currently. I'm good. I did not roll any exclamations, so I am solid there. And then it is going to move into the guard's turns. So the first thing I'm going to do is reveal a guard order card. So the top section is going to say if there are 3 guards that have been KO'd or more out on the field, then I would draw the top card, reveal it, and then place it on the bottom of the stack. There are no knocked out guards at this point. So then next it is going to have the cameras reverse order or change their direction. So now the cameras are oriented towards the orange section. And then finally, the enemies are going to move. So each enemy is going to follow the guidelines on the bottom of the card here. So first off, my alert token is not out currently. It's on the investigate side. Or let me double check the wording on that so that I can say that properly here. Okay, yes, so it was the investigate. So with that, I'm going to start off by following my token here. So it's going to have me start at the top and work my way from column to column, activating each one of the guards in order. So starting with this guard, as he is the first one on that end column there, he is going to move 4 spaces, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then he is going to, since he ended his turn on a rotate, he is going to rotate either to his left or right to an open corridor. And if there's a tie, then I'll follow the arrow. There isn't a tie. He only has the one direction, so he's going to choose to come on upstairs. Working my way through, continuing on. This is the next guard to activate. And so he is going to go ahead. And I also have to determine which guard is the closest to that token. So he is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 21 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So definitely that one there. So he's going to move forward 1, 2, 3. And since he's at the end of the corridor, he will rotate. And he's going to follow this as there was a choice. And then he'll finish off moving there. This one's next. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then finally, the top guard is going to make his way by the shortest route to that token. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And he's just going to keep working his way over. All right, that is all of the guards. So then I am going to get all of my tokens back. And it is my turn again. So he's making his way there. All right. So how do I want to do this? So I'm going to do a dash. Another dash. So I could do 2 more dashes to get here, but then depending upon what happens with him. And I got to be careful because the camera right now is off on this end, but it can flip by that next card, in which that would light me up pretty good there. So I don't really want to be in that line of sight if I can help it. So the question is, do I go all out? Most of the time their patrols are pretty slow. Yeah, but if he ends there, I'm in trouble. I'm going to have to try it. So I'm going to go ahead and dash 2 more times. 1 and 2 to finish off there. Or the other option I do have is I could, see, I was there, so I would dash. I could do a sneak and then spend the 1. Or I could spend it simply just to reduce the number of dice I roll. So I think I'm going to try that. And that way then I'm only having to roll 3 dice. And I still have a reroll if I absolutely need it. Oh, geez. Yep, I'm going to need it. Okay. Well, with 2 of them, it's not going to do me any good, so I pretty much have to put this underneath my character. All right, so that's going to draw his attention. So he's going to move towards the shortest path possible. So hopefully I don't draw a fast-moving card. All right. And it's 4. All right, well, that did not pan out in my favor, but that's all right. We'll see how this goes here. All right, so starting with this guy, he's going to move forward. 1, 2, 3, and 4. This guy's next. 1, 2, 3, 4. This one's next after that. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. So now he is alert to my presence. Okay. This could be a quick mission here. So he's going to take some shots on me. And he rolled a pair of 1s. All right, so he missed. That's awesome. And then the final guy, now that the alert is out, he's going to move 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And he won't be able to shoot me just yet. All right, so that's not good. And then the cameras are green at the moment. All right, so I get my stuff back. I could just backtrack. I could do the 4 dashes and do 2, 4, 6, 8. The camera's going to lose sight of me as I come around that corner, so they know I go around the corner. And that'll do it there. All right, so again, I have to roll 4. And it's 5s and 4s, so I lucked out. They didn't hear me running down too far down the hallway there, so. All right, let's see what they have to say about that. All right, so nothing on the top, as none of them have been knocked out. Next, the cameras do not change at this point, and then they're going to haul going 5 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so he's next. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it's equal distance, so I get to choose. I'm definitely sending him this way. 2, 3, 4, and 5. And this guy, same thing. Actually, he gets a little bit of a shorter path because of this guy. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So now he does see me. And he's going to take some shots. Actually, well, yeah. All right, so 2 more shots on me. All right, so he does hit me for 1, and the 6, there's nothing I could do. because my defense is 3 currently, so even if I modify it by taking 2 less or reducing that die roll by 2, it's still going to hit me. So I took 1 damage, but overall not terrible. All right, so then it's back to my turn. All right, and I'm just gonna, I have to dash again here. So there's 1. So he saw me going around the corner. 2, 3, and 4. All right, we'll see how that goes. All right, I got 1, so I'm going to spend my reroll. All right, so they didn't see that, so that's good. Hopefully that will work in my favor here. All right, so next they're doing a radio call. So there are less than 5 guards out right now. So this guy comes out, but he does not activate this turn. Cameras flip to their orange side, and then they're going to move again. So starting with this guy, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, he was here. So it's actually shortest path. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so they're all right there. All right, and then it's back to my turn. So I'm going to go ahead and sneak 1. Sneak 2. I'll sneak 3, and then I'm going to go ahead and do a focus to flip this over. All right. Back over to the guards. So again, determining if any of the guards were knocked out, they would start recovering. No change to the camera. That's not good. And then 4. So this guy, 1, 2, 3, 4. Moving over to this guy next, 1, 2, 3, and 4. This will activate after that. 1, 2. So he flips that. And we get a reaction card. So I'm going to remove the alert and then spawn 1 guard in the comm. Does not activate this turn. Oh, that's not good. I was hoping to at least have the fact that all the guards were around there work in my favor. Not so much. All right, so then it's back to this guy. So he's going to go ahead and go 1, 2 now. And then this guy is 1 and 2. So at least they're mainly over there. It's not super helpful though. All right, so that was their turn. So it's back to me. So I'm going to spend the 2 to focus and recover that. I guess keep working on that. Yeah, I think so. Let's just buy some time here. And all right, good. The cameras are going to flip at least. Oh, wait a minute. I shouldn't have done that. I was not. Oh, wait. Yeah, I wasn't paying attention. So I don't want to just sit here. So I'm going to go ahead and spend 1 to dash and 1 to sneak. That way then I can get in there and underneath that camera. That way then I can be ready for it. I completely missed that. So, all right. So now that's going to flip. And the top point was if there was any guards that were within 2 spaces of me, then they would hear me, which there wasn't any guards that were that close. And then again, I handled the camera rotation. And then finally, our guards are going to activate. So again, now there is no alert out. The guards are simply going to patrol, moving 2 spaces. And this guy will be first, second, third, and that guy. All right, so at least I got a couple of them over there. That's good. Those guys are going to be a problem. All right, so this gets cleared. So the question now comes, do I want to gamble? Because I could move up 2. Yeah, I couldn't get out of that room. That's the problem. If I could get out of that room, then it would be good. If the camera stays as a green, then that's not going to matter. If it was orange, I'd be okay. So I've got all my stuff, so this could go quite bad. All right, let's do it. It's 4 dashes. So 2, 4, 5, 6. So I picked that up. 7, 8. And so the camera saw me leave there. I roll 4 dice to see if it really makes a difference. Yeah, well, it stays there, but that guard is going to see me pretty quick here. I could spend 1 to move 1 more space. I mean, it really probably won't make too much of a difference. But sure, why not? Before I finish my turn off, let's go ahead and move 1 more space. So at least I'm right there. We'll see how that goes, if that helps me or not. All right, so it's over to the guards. All right, so it's a radio call. There are plenty of guards out there. Camera is going to switch, so it wouldn't have mattered if the camera was headed in the right, my facing where I was hoping it was going to be. It wouldn't have mattered. It would have changed anyways. All right, so then the guards are alert again. Got another alert going on here. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they're heading up. He's going to activate next. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So he's going to be able to shoot me. And he gets a reaction. So he removes that. And it goes underneath me. And then he's going to take 2 shots. All right, so it's a 1 and a 4. I could reduce the 4 by 2, meaning that he misses me on both of them then. So at least I got that. So then it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I believe that it has to be in straight lines, so he can't shoot me yet. He can see me, but he can't shoot me. All right, this guy's going to turn around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So I made it out of there without suffering too much. Camera is on orange currently. So I'm going to start off by dashing. So he sees me go that way. And that's where he's going to lose line of sight on me. I'm going to risk it. I go here and go right to the edge there. And we'll see how that works. All right, so I did do 3 dashes. All right, good there. Didn't even have to use my reroll. That's great. So we'll see how that goes. I got my first objective at least, and now I need the camera to flip. All right, so that worked out. Cameras flip, so they are on green at the moment. All right, and then it is to the enemies to activate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Well, probably I should have done him first. I was here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he gets to make it a little bit further with that. All right, so then it's going to be this guy first, as he is in the top of that row. 1, 2, 3, 4. So he does track that down. All right, so I have removed the token and spawn another guard on the radio. All right, I got a lot of guards out here. All right, so then the rest are on patrol then. as there is not a token out at the moment. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so he's going to turn left or right. So he is going to turn this way. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So that worked out. There's a lot of guards out there, but right now I'm doing okay. All right, so I'm going to do a dash to go across there. I'll do 2 sneaks to get me in the room. And I'm going to do a focus to flip this token because I definitely want to keep my focus tokens available. All right, that is the end of that. So again, we're back over to guard reactions. All right, so definitely not any enemies out there. Cameras are going to flip, so it's back over to orange. And then patrols. Guards are going to be moving 3 spaces. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. This guy also, I almost forgot to move him. 1, 2, 3. All right, and this guy. 1, 2, 3. And then it'll be this guy next. 1, 2, 3. He's going to rotate this way. 1, 2, 3. He's also going to rotate that way. This guy kicks back around for 1, 2, and 3. All right, that's a lot of guards. A lot of guards. All right, so I'm going to do 3 sneaks and a focus again. So 1, 2, and 3. Gets me that. I could flip that back over. All right, I'm doing all right. Okay. So it's a radio call, nothing there. The cameras are going to stay where they're at, and enemies are going to patrol 3 spaces. So 1, he can turn either way, so he's going to turn this way. 2, and 3. This guy, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I should have moved him first. 1, 2, 3. That's a lot going on there. 1, 2, 3. He's going to rotate that way. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And he's going that way. All right, so it is back to me. I've just got a couple of green cards left. I gotta be ready to go here. Not too far off. All right, so I'm going to do 2 sneaks to put me there. And a sneak to put me here. So I'm going to hold. Let's see what the guard card says. All right, so the top has no effect. This is going to flip to the green side. And patrols are moving. All right, so 5 spaces. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This guy's next. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And he rotates. That one's next. 1, 2. So you can go either way. 3, 4, 5. This guy, 1, 2. He actually just jumps over. And he's going to go this way. 3, 4, 5. 1. You can go either way. So 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. You go either way. So it's a turn 4, 5. And I don't think I move this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Okay, so not terrible. So if the camera stays, then I'd be good. I could leapfrog over him as well, but then he's going to get an attack, and he'd attack me again before I leave. And that's the dilemma. All right, so dash. and a dash. And I could do a silent takedown and just hope that the camera doesn't change. All right, I think that is everything. 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3. I do have to roll 2 dice for that. So I'd have to be able to use that to make it into the exit, and then I have my last action to do interact to get out of here. I knew it was going to come up. Really was hoping not, but okay. All right, moment of truth. No change. Oh, nice. All right, so this guard first. 1, 2, and 3. He's going to rotate back to move that way. This one's next. 1, 2, and 3. So he is going to rotate that way. Then it's over to this one. So that is 1. And he rotates 2, 3. Top one is 1, 2, 3. And he's going to go that way. This guy is next. 1, 2 equal 3. And 1, 2, 3. He's going to go that way. All right, so I got my tokens back. All right, and so I have to dash, dash, and dash. And then I use this one to move 1 space into the exit. And 1 to interact. And that is the game. Oof. All right, so let's just out of curiosity. That would have been the last one. And then, oh man, first card on the red deck. So I had 1 more turn. I could not have dragged this out any longer. So that was a close one. Well, that second scenario went a little bit better. I hope that I did everything right. Like I said, some of the camera stuff is a little ticky, and figuring out some of those different things that I have to do was a little challenging, but I think that I got everything right. So let me know in the comments down below if you noticed if I got anything wrong, and what your thoughts on this game are as well. I love hearing from you and starting a conversation. And again, let me know if there's anything else you want to see around this one. So until next time, I'll see you later.